Your hometown Mykonos? Mykonos?
Oh no.
No?
I'm coming for Thessaloniki. That's a large city in Greece. That's a big city in Greece, the second city in Greece.
Which one?
Thessaloniki.
Oh, all right. And you came here like?
That's a San Dimitrios,
Uh-huh.
and it's a church. That's a neighborhood a little bit farther than my house. Way up here, I can see this over here.
Oh, from your house.
From my house.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know. Oh, 1971.
Uh-huh. Did you know somebody here? You picked the Quad Cities? That's why you came?
I don't know nobody here, and I don't know nobody there.
Oh.
I know my first city was Fort Dodge, Iowa. And I worked there for a year and a half. And then because I have any church over there for my kids and for me, so we moved down here to Quad City, and I take the bus, and I stop every city I can find in a bus and stay there overnight or a few hours and take the other bus and keep going, and until I come down to here to Quad City. And I find out they have two churches over here, and I say, well, if they have two churches, that means I say it's a lot of Greek people. So I stay here, and I work in Mosefeldas for I don't remember, about 5-6 months. Well, the money that I was very much. And I decided to, somebody said to me, we can work in CHIKs, make you say $12, $13 an hour. I said, wow, that's a much different. And I said, I'm going there tomorrow morning.
Oh.
So the next day, I find out in a church, somebody told me. I find out somebody told me in a church and said, what are you doing? And I said, I'm a tailor. He said, a tailor? How much you make? And I said, well, $4.35 or 25 cents, something like that. So you can make you say $13 an hour. I said, but you're working in JIKs. I said, what is that JIKs? He said, that's a make construction and combines for farmers. And I'm gonna grow up in a big city, and I don't have any idea what the heck he's talking about. But anyway, the $13 was picking in my head, and I said, I'm going tomorrow morning there. But I don't realize, and I said, I have to walk in the 74 bridge to go the other side. Oh my God, and I said, I gotta go up in that thing. So I just walking over there, and I passed the bridge, 74, and I see the JIKs, and I go over there, and I say, I'm looking for a job. They hire me the same day. And he said, you want to work in his second shift? And I said, holy cow. I just got here, and I said, I already have a job. I say, okay, I'm working. How in the heck can I say I go almost 74 walking in the night all by myself? Well, I found some guy over there and then take me to the other side, and close to the East Moline, and I walking after that to my house.
Yeah.
Of course, I upset my wife. But I working with her 16 years. Then after I worked for JIK for 16 years, and well, the JIK is closed and moved to different places, and I said, well, I think I have enough of this job. Dirty my hand and dirty my clothes and smell bad, stealing, smoking. I said, I opened my job. Well, I found this over here, a place over here, and I opened a business. And now I'm here for 30 years. And I'm doing fine. You see how long can I stay for business? I don't know.
So, you were doing, you had been a tailor in Greece?
Yeah, I'm a tailor over in Greece. I used to have a business over in Greece for 5-6 years, something like this. And then I closed the business and I coming over here. By the time I got over here, I already have a job because somebody hired me for a business, a tailor. I think the time the United States needed tailors, and they're looking for in Europe for people and shoemakers and tailors. So that's what I got. And for that, it's Iowa. And I have a good people over there. I remember there was a good man, good people. Of course, all of us have died now, they're dead. Named, I remember, named Bob Kurtz. And Dick Rossi, yeah. That's my boss, both of them. And I'm working over there for a year and a half. I guess now it's just working over here and do whatever I can. And a lot of people told me, he said, you know, working with stores and mall and cleaners, you're not survive, not even the whole the 1 year. Well, I said, I tried to work with these guys, but everybody want to control everything. And I said, I'm not person like somebody else control me. So I opened and I said, if I don't open, I can go work in some other places. If I don't make it, then some other places. Well, I have 30 years and I passed 30 years, now I'm going 31 years. And I still good.
And then you raised a family, right?
Yeah, I have a family, I have a son and daughter. My son is a chiropractor in Massachusetts. My daughter works in Massachusetts in a corporation and the computer. She's at bookkeepers over there.
And
they're doing all right, both of them.
Yeah. Did they go to school over here?
Yeah, my son and my daughter go to UT in East Moline. They're working at the time they was young, they go to George O'Barr and the Silvers, and then they go to the Avenue of the City, the UT, and they graduate over there. Yeah, my son working in a body shop.
Mm.
He did pretty good. He
Mm.
was a pretty good body shop guy. And one day he's coming over here. He said, "Daddy, I think he's go to college." I
Mm.
said, "Oh, yeah."
Mm.
It was a good day.
Mm.
No, he have a office in Massachusetts and Lakeville, Massachusetts. He's doing fine. He have 3 kids,
Mm.
one twin, 2 twins, and a little girl, and a girl 6 years old, and the rest of it is 3 years old.
Mm.
They're doing fine.
Mm.
Yeah.
So he went to college. Which college did he go?
Palmer chiropractor.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Palmer chiropractor. He
Mhm.
got tuition for that. I think he got tuition for 2000. Yeah. 2000. And then he find out that Massachusetts needed more chiropractor because there was, I think there was a time there, it was one chiropractor, now he's 3, I think, chiropractor, my son. He's doing good.
And where did your daughter learn bookkeeping? Did she go to college too?
Yes, she go to, no, she go, I think she go 1 year in the college, I don't remember.
Hmm.
1 year in the college. And she learn, she working in, over here, she working in a body shop, the Mosefelder's body shop. No, body shop in Moline, River Drive. McLaughlin Corporation, yeah, McLaughlin Corporation.
Hmm.
And then she working on over in Maryland company, Group O.
Uh-huh.
Group O, she working there about I think 3 or 4 years, something like this. And then she decides to go to Massachusetts to be with her brother
Hmm.
and the kids. They wanted to be over there all together.
Hmm.
So they have a year, 2 years, yeah, 2 years over there. And she finds job now in a corporation, I don't remember the corporation,
Hmm.
what is it? But she's doing all right. She bought a house
Oh.
last year, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this year she bought a house. I think this year and no, last year she bought a house. In a fall, it was last year in the fall, something like this. That's it, right here, Thessaloniki. You see that? That's where I grew up.
Okay, and yet the solid.
You know, this is season